Dirty Thursday, everybody, brought to you by River City Speedway. How about that? I just accidentally shut record off and had to hit it again, so I'm sorry about that. Anyway, brought to you by River City Speedway and Northwest Tire. You know what? For tires or work on your vehicle and whatever you need, check out Northwest Tire on Gateway Drive, North Dakota's largest tire dealer. Family owned for over 40 years, from big to small, Northwest Tire does it all. Find all the big name brands like Toyo, Nokian, Bridgestone, Firestone, and more. Call them up, 701-780-8473 to schedule your next appointment. Northwest Tire on Gateway Drive and Grand Forks, helping you get the perfect tires for whatever you drive. And speaking of Northwest Tire, Chad's not here. Go figure. He's having another procedure done or something. But I want you to say something to make sure I got your mic turned on. Okay. Now try it.
Hello.
Okay. Amanda Joe is here, though, and how about that? That's good. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to call us, 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. We have got a studio full today. Chris Crowder, Brian Fonseca, Dexter Dvergsten. Who didn't show up today? We're missing somebody. Sexton didn't show up, but Amanda Joe is here.
Yep.
And again, our number is 701-213-0863. Before we get going, let's do it. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Here we go. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. So I yelled at my wife. I said, your underwear is much too tight and revealing. She said, wear your own then. You didn't think that was good?
Not really, no.
Dexter, how you doing? All right, a couple of things to talk about. First off, track schedules. We got a lot of stuff going on tonight. Devils Lake Lightning Sprint Nationals, Pure Stocks, Minnesota Street Stocks, Midwest Mods, and Trophies. Tomorrow night here at River City Speedway, Lightning Sprints again, the Minnesota Late Models, Midwest Mods, Street Stocks. Of course, this is all part of the Power Eye Lightning Sprint Nationals. That's why these guys are here. Saturday, they're all going up to Greenbush, along with the A-Mods, the Midwest Mods, and the Streets. Saturday, they'll be in Devils Lake. Not you guys, but there will be racing again. Devils Lake, Pure Stocks, Minnesota Street Stocks, the Midwest Mods, the non-wing sprints, and the trophy class. And then we wrap up this whole Power Eye Lightning Sprint Nationals Sunday at Buffalo River in Glendon. What else do I want to say? Oh, I'm wearing the jersey today. Don't look my real name. Anyway, it's got the River City Speedway stuff on it, but I'll be gone this weekend because I'm fishing in a tournament. That's why I'm wearing this. A couple of things I do want to talk about. Donnie won last night in Knoxville.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Saw that. And he's celebrating a birthday today. So congratulations, Donnie. Nice job. Our Mark didn't do very good.
No, he did not.
What happened there? But turn this stuff down. All right. Where do you want to start?
We can probably start with these guys.
Probably.
You see enough of me.
Let's turn some volumes up here. All right, let us go to the left. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Doing good, sir. Doing good.
Been a whole year.
Yeah.
And I see you brought gifts.
I brought gifts for you, for everybody in the studio.
And if you're wondering what the gifts are, this is just a few of them, okay? That's just a few of them. And, ooh, they're cold, too.
They are.
Gotta like that. It's how's your year going?
Good. Just getting my feet back wet.
Yeah.
I've been running with Brian Fonseca and Savage Racing. So we were going to step back earlier this year and take a break, but Brian reached out to me and presented something I couldn't say no to. So.
That's not a bad problem to have, though, is it?
No. Not at all.
And I know Amanda Joe had asked you when you walked in, are you in California now? Are you in Colorado? Where are you? And you just kind of went, wherever.
Yeah, just kind of wherever. So I still have a house in Colorado, but we've been traveling back and forth out to Brian's, Placerville, and running out there with him. So.
All right, and we got a whole crew back here, too. And look who's back. Dexter is back. Now, I told these guys before you got here, I said, Dexter is tearing it up here. I said, that car is wicked fast. And he's like, yeah, I know that. But you're having a banner year, man.
Yeah, well, I gotta thank Chris for that.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, because we did talk about, you should have got here earlier.
Yeah,
your ears are probably burning, but you've been running really great. You really sucked though here at River Cities not long ago. What happened there?
well, I don't think it was too bad here, was I?
Where was it?
Greenbush.
It was Greenbush.
Oh, maybe it was Greenbush.
Yeah.
Greenbush, I was back.
Okay.
Kinda collected another car in Greenbush.
Yeah.
You collected a little bit of everything in Greenbush, didn't you, or not?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
And back home too?
Yes.
In front of the hometown crowd?
That was the embarrassing part.
Oh, well. But didn't do any damage?
Rub it in a little
Very
more,
little,
John.
but it was all right. Yeah, I know it. So it was just an embarrassing night, and I guess I was hoping to get that stuff out of the way, and hopefully we can go up from there.
Yeah. Now, Amanda Joe, you are going to be with these guys all 4 races.
Sure am.
You do a lot with the Lightning Sprints. How cool is this whole Power Eye Lightning Sprint National thing? I mean, this is a great show.
I'm pretty pumped because like the last 2 summers we've done the shootout, and we've had some pretty good card numbers for that. And when we were asked if we would like to host this year for the Power Eye Nationals, which is typically in Missouri and was it Memorial Day weekend, I believe. Jason's like, what do you think? I was like, absolutely. I mean, we can do this. And then the outpouring of cars and the support has been insane, as per usual. And I think you're in for quite a treat with this. We got a lot of new drivers with us. I've never been here, which is gonna be kind of exciting. A lot of Canadians. I'm excited to meet all the Canadians.
Yeah.
They're a hoot. They definitely are. Of course, California. They always bring
Yep.
the fun. Colorado heading this way. Missouri.
I so want to be there
Michigan?
tomorrow night.
Michigan, yeah, we got some Michigan drivers.
Wow.
This
Do we have
year.
any idea how many cars so far?
From far as I know, we were just a little over the 40 mark at this point.
Wow.
Which we have quite a few locals that have not.
Yeah.
I know. My husband's kind of hemming and hawing back and forth.
Get
but
him.
it's
Yeah.
like,
It'd be like the Chili Nationals pretty soon. There's going to be like an L main and an N main, and you got to work your way.
We're definitely looking at 2 B mains right now with the format that I've come up with.
Wow.
That was kind of an exciting thing to do, is put together kind of a different format this
Sure.
year. Because with 30 cars, you can kind of keep it simple. But with
Right.
40 plus cars, we got to do something fun.
That's awesome. Nick Curtis, good morning, everyone. Nick says, good luck to you and Ken Hollins this weekend. He's my fishing partner. Samantha Spruill says, tell Crowder I need a gift when he gets back to Cali.
Sitting right there.
Now, when you guys make this trip, okay, Devil's Lake wasn't in this show last year.
Nope.
So this will be your first time going to Devil's Lake for you guys. But what's it like here compared to the tracks where you're used to racing?
There is no comparison. The tracks here, I mean, there's a lot of grip. River Cities has so much banking. I've never been on a track with so much banking, so that's really cool. So it's just a whole different experience being out here.
I think you're going to like Devil's Lake. Devil's Lake is this nice, wide track. I don't know. I guess I don't talk to too many of the Lightning Sprint guys. What do you think of that track?
I do like it. It used to be probably one of my favorite tracks. Maybe a little different feeling the past few years, but no, it definitely got room on it. So that's a nice part. And yeah, it just kind of all depends on the night, I guess.
Have you heard? Is there going to be any moonshine this year?
I believe so, yes. You can't have a big lightning sprint race without it.
Oh no. Let's see here, Kaylee Elizabeth. I don't know how Amanda doesn't fall over from exhaustion. How many times do you hear that?
Probably on a daily basis.
Yeah. Well, what time do you get up every day?
Between 4 and 4:30.
Okay, and then you go to work full time.
Yep.
You got 2 kids that are involved in a lot of stuff.
Yep.
You're also part of this whole Lightning Sprint thing.
Yep.
You're an owner.
Yep.
And you're taking a step back from those other guys.
Yes, I am.
So that's good. Maybe you'll get an extra 20 minutes of sleep a week.
Well, then we're car owners now too, so that's.
Oh, that's right. And and then throw in the fact that you're a car owner now too.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to slow down?
Um,
Because it doesn't take that long until your kids are sick of you. So that's how I
Right.
explain it to people.
Yeah, I mean, this obviously people saw the message that I put out on Monday, saying that I am kind of taking a step back from things. I needed to. There's just been a lot accumulating for me over the last 4 years, to where I needed to just kind of reevaluate a few things. I'm not leaving racing in general. It's just there might be some different avenues I may explore.
Do you ever wish you could just walk up and punch somebody?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm not that kind of a.
I know you're not.
I'm
I know you're not. But you are the kind of person that'll at least tell me you do think that way. Like, you're human.
Yes, everyone's human. You're gonna have those feelings. I don't ever actually execute those feelings.
Yeah,
'cause-
and that is, you just nailed it. Everybody has feelings. Now, some of you people need to realize that. You need to quit flapping your lips or whatever, because I have no idea what happened. All I know is I've been implementing this thing all year long, talking about the 12-hour rule or a 24-hour rule or whatever. People, I think, would tend to think a little bit more before they start yapping. And again, I have no idea what happened, so I'm probably making somebody mad right now
I don't
because they
think
think
so.
I'm blaming somebody, and I
It's-
have no idea what the hell happened.
It wasn't. It's not just one certain person. This is a thing that's been accumulating for 12 weeks for me. I think it's no secret that I lost my best friend in racing. He's not there with me all the time. Steven, he took a step back last year. Now my husband stepped up, and I stepped up into bigger roles within NOSA, and I've had to learn a lot of things on my own as far as directing races, and absolutely I knew I'd make mistakes because I've never done this. But the fact that these mistakes are held against me for more than, right after the race, it comes up days, weeks later.
Yeah.
I can't go back and run a race because you didn't like that I charged you with a yellow, or you didn't feel comfortable with whatever I said. I've never done this. I don't do this. I don't do this for lightning sprints. I let the tracks handle it because they know my rules. On the NOSA side, I've never done this either. I've done it 2.5 races now, and it was not a good experience for me.
Okay, now I want to talk just a minute about, since we kind of got off track here, about the keyboard warriors out there, the people that hide behind their keyboard. Here's the thing. In my opinion, if you post something and all of a sudden you take it off like an hour or two later, you probably shouldn't have posted it in the first place. That happens. And I'm seeing people, when I look at the post, I go, do you realize how dumb this is making you look?
You know what? I'm not the only one
It
that
makes
gets
you
that.
look like a whiner. Not you.
No,
I mean,
the drivers get it too, and the drivers do it, but I see it coming on both sides. And when you're a person like I am that's in the middle of all this, I get it from every direction.
Sure, yeah.
Every direction. On a race night, I'm not just dealing with, say, NOSA or the lightning sprints. I'm dealing with hundreds of people because I'm working at a track. So I'm in between the push truck drivers, the track prep crew. They need to know what's going on. They let me know what's going on. Scoring, announcing, because they need to know certain things.
I thought I had it tough being the announcer because people are always texting and calling me. Billy Schletter, hello everybody. Samantha, we need some support for our Hangtown 100 Placerville. How do you say it? Placerville? Placerville. Placerville. I wasn't even close in either one. Hangtown 100 Placerville Speedway in November. Come race wingless with us. Keely Elizabeth, I don't know how Amanda does. Okay. Jennifer, I highly doubt Amanda will ever slow down. We could use her at Forks Karting on Wednesdays now that she has some free time.
She's not the first one that said that to me.
Hudson will be pushing her around the pits in a wheelchair.
Probably.
Yeah. You going to do this forever?
Well, as long as Sean wants to do it. And I when I took over a lot of these roles in January of 2020, I made a statement to everybody that if it ever comes to the point where my family's not having fun or my kids don't want to do this anymore, we are going to step back. And that happened over the weekend. Mainly my daughter, she expressed some concerns. It wasn't just because of whatever happened over the weekend. It's that Hallie's been watching a lot go on, and she sees how hard her dad and I work. And
Sure.
Now that's affecting Sean, and it's affecting his race career. He's put a lot on the line this year, taken a lot of beatings, and he actually is out of rookie contention this year because he's actually gave up a lot of his race nights to be at other races, which I feel bad for. But him and I went into this like, hey, here's the deal. We looked at our schedule. He goes, I understand I can't be rookie of the year because we made commitments elsewhere.
Yep.
And I commend him for that, but to the point where it's now affecting him and my kids, it was a time to step back.
Yeah,
I can't be an inspiration to people if I'm the one taking the beating all the time.
You haven't got to the point where your head spun at 360 in front of your kids yet, and
No,
you said really nasty stuff.
No, I will apologize to those that watched what happened on Sunday night. I did lose my shit.
Okay.
I did yell some things that I probably shouldn't have, but after 4 seasons, it was probably warranted.
Did you yell stuff where if I would have been there within hearing range, I would have went, you go, girl?
Absolutely.
All right. We got to do that. Good. No, it's ridiculous. And the thing is social media has kind of taken this and just ran with it. It's like nobody ever focuses on the positives anymore about dirt track racing. It's like they always want to throw the negative crap in there, and there are certain writers and bloggers that do it. And it's like they just try to push it to try to get people pissed, stir the pot a little bit. It just don't do it,
Just going into this Lightning Sprint Nationals, I've watched these guys get beat over and over again on social media. We're like, oh, you're bringing them back again. Oh, why do we have to watch the Lightning Sprints? I don't like this. I don't like that. Why are you demeaning a class that's good with car counts? Obviously, something's going on.
Some of the best racing you're going to see, too.
Yep, that's not what people say, though.
I mean, okay, let's face it. This year, what we have seen, we've seen a couple of nights, feature races. It was a shit show with the sprint cars, the big sprints.
Yeah.
We see it in the B-mods once in a while. We've seen it in the street stocks. Every class has got their off nights. I've yet to see one of those with the lightning sprint this year, and I've seen them more this year than I ever have.
We don't. We usually go green, white, checker. We don't really run a lot of cautions. If we do, it's because somebody spun out or something. It's not carnage. It's not flipping over. It's,
Not
It's
red flags.
Not red. We don't know. I can't. Maybe one red flag, and that
Yeah.
was what in Greenbush because of the small incident.
Well,
between-
Grand Forks here last
Yeah.
time we were here.
That's right. I wasn't. Here
Oh,
for that
that's
one.
right.
We
Yeah.
did. We did lose a car that flipped, and that was kind of scary.
Heather McDonald says, good morning, boys and girls. It's okay to lose your shit. Sometimes we need to lose our shit for people to know they crossed the boundary. I'm going to have to put money in that pig.
Same. I too.
And all racing is important, and it is. I've always said it could be kids racing trikes on their front driveway, and I'll probably stop and watch them. I might even throw some money down
Some
on
snail
that
racing.
one. Yeah. So, Devil's Lake, what have you heard about it?
Have
It's
you
going to be
been there?
nice.
Nope, this will be my first
Oh,
time.
this is your first time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Haven't heard much. Watched some videos on it. So
Yeah.
looks like a really, really racy track. So
Yeah, and they got a great bar and restaurant too. The girl that's texting us, Heather, her and her boyfriend run the track. They do a great job. We love hanging out over there. At least I sure do. But what time do they get rolling tonight? Do you know?
We gates open at 4. We're doing a meet and greet from 4:30 to 5. So whoever's there, we're gonna get going on that. So fans can come out and see some lightning sprint drivers. I'm sure we'll do hot laps about 6, and then racing starts at 7.
Okay. Now, did you bring your stuff here now? Okay, so you're not going back up north and then head back over there. So now on a day like today, I mean, you guys have got all the way till what, 4 o'clock or whatever. Do you take your time now and eat? Do you head up there and just go hang out? I mean, I don't know if the bar is open yet and the restaurant there. Probably not till later tonight. I'm sure she'll let me know here. But
Heather will let us know.
yeah, do you get a bite to eat here and just slowly work your way up there? Because now, when you say Devil's Lake, it's not Devil's Lake.
No.
It's out in the middle of nowhere. A town called Doyen is the nearest village, I should say, away. But besides the awesome food that they have there at the racetrack, you're going to go all the way to Devil's Lake to eat. So I'm just kind of wondering if you guys just take your time around here and slowly work your way out there, or what will you do?
I'm kind of thinking we'll probably just hang out around town here, probably grab a bite to eat after this, and maybe hang out for a little bit and just maybe slowly work our way that way. My guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now when it comes to logistics for something like this, when did you guys get here in this area, in the tundra?
what was it? Yesterday, I think we showed up.
Okay.
Brian left on Sunday night. He trucked across through Nevada and Wyoming. We met him Tuesday morning in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Left our vehicle there and trucked with him all the way here. So,
Okay. And you guys got here yesterday?
yes, sir.
Wow, I wish I would have known that. We could have taken you catfishing too. We would have had a good time. That would have been a good time. Okay, now you guys are moteling it, or how does this work? Because okay, you go to Devil's Lake, then you're back here tomorrow, then you go to Greenbush on Saturday, and then Buffalo River on Sunday.
Yep.
Do you try to go back and forth? You know, we were talking about the Motley Crue concert and stuff like that, and how hard it is to find a motel room around here. But do you guys just stay put here and come back and forth, or do you try to get a room and everywhere you go, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're buddying up. Last year we buddied up with the Olsons.
Sure.
We stayed there, but I think this year we're going to stay here till Saturday, and then I'll probably head to his place if we can drag him away from the racetrack before 5 a.m.
Good luck.
And then we have a room at the Biltmore on Sundays.
Okay, is Dexter's a town like Greenbush ready for these guys?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, pretty much the pits.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to see in Greenbush, but the pits are usually hopping until pretty early in the morning.
Yeah, I tell you what, I like Greenbush, but I have forever just because of the racing history in that little town. It's like Harwood,
Yeah.
but winter stuff, more or less. I mean, that Greenbush is pretty much known because of their snowmobile racing and stuff. Let's see, Cody Quarles, a bar, count me in.
I'm sad he's not here this year.
I know.
Oh, Cody's
Yeah.
here.
Cody is here?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He was playing, I think.
Oh, what a jerk.
Yeah.
Oh, where is he?
He's not allowed at the races now. I'm mad.
Okay. Let's see. We had other people arrive last. Oh, so Heather's already had people arrive last night.
Yeah, she did.
They're just going to roll the punches tonight. They do a great job. Tim, should be some good racing. It will be. Let's see. Well, okay, here we go. Being from Cali, there's obviously a big difference in temps. I know Kenna's kart seems to run a lot smoother for her when it's cooler versus when it's hot and humid. How does the temp change affect your car, your driving? We'll ask both of you guys this.
That's
first.
a really good question.
Yeah, it's a great
Kaylee.
question.
Mostly altitude. I mean, I've gotten into aviation here lately, and big thing with aviation is density altitude. So we look at that a lot, and that changes the fuel pressure on your car. You know, if your density altitude is 1,300 feet, you know, you run more fuel pressure. When we go home, we may have a density altitude of 10,000 feet. So you really got to start pulling fuel away from the car. So it works just the same as your body does. Trying to breathe through a straw or trying to breathe without a straw.
Oh, okay. It's good, kind of good way to put it.
Yep. Yep.
And how about you?
Actually, I never really have messed with it at all until Chris had started mentioning that here when I raced with him in California in March, and I never really thought nothing of it. I knew like mechanical injection, whether it's in a Lightning Sprint or a 410 or whatever it is, I knew they messed with the air density, or altitude as well. But I never really thought about it with EFI stuff.
Do you listen to him a little more now?
We've talked a lot.
Okay.
And it's really helped. I try to take it all in. I'll probably ask the same question 2 or 3 times to him.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Do you think he'll share this week, seeing it's you Diablo against Diablo now?
Well, it's apples for apples now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Racing your old card.
I actually think the the questions have actually started to ask me for what the car is doing here.
Hey, Dexter, what gear are we running tonight?
Really?
So you guys,
We can't talk about that online here.
are you 2 teammates now this weekend?
Oh,
Is that-
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team Diablo?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's cool because, a lot of the times you'll help a guy until they start beating you. And then it's like, nah, don't even just go away. Go away.
No, we're good enough friends where I think even doesn't matter
Sure.
who's winning, we're still helping each other.
Absolutely.
Right. Cody says I'm here. Heather McDonald, whatever, Dex. I can't ever get out of the bar in Greenbush until bar closes. Every time I come that way, I've really toured the bar in Greenbush. Heather gets out a lot. So the bar in Greenbush. I tell you what, we got a studio full. We're going to take just a short little break here, all right? Life doesn't ever seem to slow down. Everything needs to be done right now. Same with your oil change. Don't you love going somewhere to get your oil change and they basically say, well, you can drop your car off. It'll be ready later today. Go to Valley and Instant Oil Change. Last time I was there a couple of weeks ago, I was in and out of there, and I'm not kidding you, 20 minutes. They also topped off my fluids. They checked my tires, my battery, my lights, my wipers, my cabin air filter. They do more than that, too. They do tranny and coolant flushes and tire rotations. They'll give you a discount if you're a fleet owner. They'll give you a discount if you're in the military. And they can text and email invoices and coupons, too. And mention Grand Forks Best Source when you get that oil change. Right off the bat, they're going to take $10 off your oil change. Open Monday through Saturday. No appointment needed, and pickup and deliveries available if you live in Grand Forks. For a complete oil change and more, check them out. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, 3325 South 38th Street. Call them up, 701-780-8462. Make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. And I don't know if you've ever heard of something called Intimidator Polish, but I tell you what, if you can get your hands on it, give your toys and holler the buff look without having to drag out a buffer. It's called Intimidator Polish. You can see the link on gfbestsource.com. Get the buff look without the buffer. What do we got in here? Chris, Brian, Dexter, Amanda Joe. We're all in the studio talking about the big Power Eye Lightning Sprint Nationals. How did this ever come about? This whole national show?
I don't know when National started. I've never actually been to
Did
Nationals.
Jason kind of dream this up, or a bunch of you, or I don't know.
Nationals was a thing before.
Well, I mean, the one coming up
the
here.
one coming up.
The one we've been doing here for 2 years or whatever.
The summer shootout.
Yeah.
That was a random conversation amongst quite a few of the different clubs. Had kind of talked about let's start racing together. And Jason's, I was like February of 2020 maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. A few years ago, he got a few of us together. I think you were on that Crowder. It was me, Sexton. Was it Kenny Bowers? I think we all kind of just started conversating about what we should do, and then we kind of built the format. And then you know how Jason is; he just goes wild.
Yeah.
He's like, let's do contingencies for this, lap leader, this, that, and the other thing. He, like I've always said, he can sell ice to an Eskimo if he wanted to.
Right.
He can do anything. Well, I want to thank Dexter for this year because Dexter actually hit the ground and got a ton of lap sponsors for us.
Nice.
That helps.
It does.
That helps a lot, and it gets more people here. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. Oh, when you mentioned Brent Sexton, I still remember the look on his face sitting there.
When Amy?
When Amy Nygaard, Sally O'Malley came flying through the door last year.
Oh, I think those guys are kind of traumatized from that. I don't think they knew what was going to happen. And then the sign falls, smacks that Sean
Right in the head. And it didn't even break either.
No.
Heather says, I get around? That sounds bad, John. But the payphone and remedies still works. They have a payphone.
It does still work.
I don't even know if I know how to use the payphone.
Is it still a dime?
I don't even
gotta be
know
a
what it
quarter.
costs, but
It's got to be a quarter at
they're
this
still
point.
on
Gotta be a
there.
quarter.
Man, that is crazy. We make a trip up to Lake of the Woods every President's Weekend, and we usually stop, well, every bar at every
Well, yeah.
town that we can on the way up there. And Greenbush is usually on that list, so we end up going through there too. When it comes to this lightning sprint, how long have you been running them?
This is my 19th year.
Have you ever ran any other type of car?
Yeah, I did 305s.
Okay.
Did that for about 3 years.
Yeah, yep.
Had some success with that, and it's just so expensive. I mean,
Sure.
as you guys know, from
Yeah.
305s, 410s, 360s, it's very expensive, and you can't do it without sponsors. So
Now, do you need more stuff with the 305 compared to the Lightning Sprint? And the reason what I'm saying more stuff is when it comes to hauling and moving and towing and all that kind of stuff, because you can put a Lightning Sprint in a pretty small package and get that thing from race to race to race compared to other cars. But did that make a difference for you? Was that part of the equation?
absolutely, everything is bigger. The car's bigger, so you need bigger stuff to haul it. You need more parts, and you start traveling more. In Colorado, we didn't have a whole lot of sprint cars at that time, so we would travel to Kansas or where have you. So you need a bigger vehicle, bigger trailer, things like that. So that kind of brought me back to Lightning Sprints. Lightning Sprints is something I can afford, you know, and be good at it and be fast in them at the highest level and not break the bank at the same time.
Sure. So from your house or where you reside, your shop or whatever, how many tracks are within like a 2-hour radius, or do you have to go a lot farther?
For Lightning Sprints, we're pretty close for Colorado.
Okay.
There's about 4 tracks. They're within about 150-mile radius.
Sure. Okay.
Brian's deal with the same way with the BCRA. They're about the same. We have one track that's 15 minutes away, and I think the farthest track is probably about 4 hours, 5 hours. away.
Okay,
bad.
that's not so bad.
No.
Now, when we're up here, I mean, you got Greenbush, which you run at a lot, and that's right in your backyard. But we're pretty lucky around here, I guess. I mean, I suppose Glendon's about as far as you guys are going. I mean, on a regular basis.
Actually, Glennon and Buffalo River,
The same
Buffalo River
place.
and
Buffalo River,
Devil's
yeah.
Lake, I think are like 15-minute difference for me.
Okay.
So it's kind of a horse apiece there. But
I'm kind of lucky. I'm like an hour to an hour and 15 minutes from every single track because I live in Grand Forks.
yeah, it's a pretty nice centralized area.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Now, what are your plans? Are you coming home every night? Or
I'm sleeping in my bed every single night.
yeah, there's something to be said about that, isn't there?
Well, we'll see what happens on Sunday morning.
See how the moonshine
Sunday
hits?
I've Jason already asked me, do I need to reserve a space up in by the bar upstairs? I was like, oh, maybe. I've slept in that facility.
Oh, have you?
Yep. I
It's
got
a
woke
nice
up.
enough
It
facility.
is.
You could
Yep.
sleep in there.
I got woke up by the cleaning crew one morning.
Ouch.
What time was that at?
I didn't go to bed till like 6, so they come in through 10, so I barely had sleep. So.
Oh, boy. Too much moonshine?
Yeah, that year was the first year.
Was it?
Too much. Yeah, I think there was too much moonshine for a lot of people that year.
I think we're going to be getting a phone call here. I know somebody's texting, wondering
see
what our
that.
number is. I'm guessing that's Cody.
I don't know if I want to talk to him.
What do you need? All right.
Yeah, I don't know if Jason, if you've paid attention to see how Jason put down, how the breakdown of the week, how it goes, how many laps each night.
No, I didn't.
I think it was 25 tonight, 25 Friday. Are we at?
These are features.
Yep.
Okay.
Are we at 30?
40 and 40.
Is it
Oh,
40
wow.
and 40? Yeah, 40 in Greenbush. Is it 40 in Greenbush?
Yeah.
I should know this.
25 lap break, right?
I think we're either breaking at 15 or 20.
15 or 20.
We'll make that determination. I mean, Greenbush, we ran a lot of laps there last year, so I think extending the amount and doing a pit stop in the middle is a way to do it.
Oh,
We're gonna do that Sunday
let's
too.
see here.
That's the 50 and older pit stop.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hey, are you
Hello.
there?
Yes. Who am I speaking to?
This is John. Who am I speaking
That's
to?
Brent.
This is Brent Sexton.
How you doing,
I
man?
wanted to apologize for not making it there.
Yeah. What, you get too drunk at Sturgis or what?
Yeah, old Berg brought out my first 5 gallons that he said I have to donate of bubblegum moonshine last night. So
At the fish fry.
I don't know, between that and Buffalo Wild Wings, we wanted to get the hottest wings we could.
That's got all the fixings for bad next day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, glad they had soft serve at the continental breakfast.
What you have for breakfast? Ice cream. So
Ice cream.
where are you now?
We were actually at one of the track sponsors, Corey's Automotive. We spit an axle on the old Scion XB about 150 miles out. So
No.
Oh, wow.
we left her in some cornfields and kept on trucking. We wanted to get that fish fry.
That's dedication, Brent.
So
I'm telling you.
who's all making the trip with you?
We got Grant and myself are driving, and then we got Seth and little Cody and Dalton and Tavo. They're all crewing for us, so we got more help than we do drivers this time.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm going to miss it again. That sucks.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'd like to have you represent, and I saw that one of those pictures had my shirt on in the stands.
Oh yeah. People know who you guys are around here. We were just talking about you before you called in too. I don't know if you were watching the show or not, but we were talking about the look on your face when Sally O'Malley walked in the studio last year. It was priceless.
I'm telling you, I'm like, I figured it was Jason or somebody messing with me. I thought, who ordered the stripper? I didn't know. I was waiting for. I'd never seen the skit before, and then they showed me the skit after that, and then it all came together. I'm like, man, she was on point. She had that dialed.
It's all about the camel toe, man. It's all about the camel toe.
God, I know. I couldn't stop staring. I know she's married, but
it's like I couldn't avoid it.
That's what I swear. I went deaf. I know it's a family show, but I went deaf. I was trying to read her lips. I was wondering
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
There we go. Yeah, you got a little drum in there. So you'll be here in time to make it to Devil's Lake later today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're actually climbing on the road right now.
Okay. Well, jeepers. You never know. I might still be able to make it tomorrow night. I don't even know why I say that. I
know.
You know, if I could just read, if I had a crystal ball and I knew how the fishing was going and I knew how the racing was going to go, I would just say screw it and drop everything and get back up here. But I got sponsors too, and you guys know how that all goes.
Yeah.
So
You're only 40 miles away, right?
Yep.
yeah, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah. Always more of it.
Yeah.
Sounds like excuses.
Yeah.
Well,
Trying to sound like Crowder over there. Like, why he didn't win something.
Hey, all I have to do is say we're fishing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fishing.
Odds are I probably shouldn't even be driving back after fishing all day. So, but hey, man, thanks for calling in. You know, next year if we do this again, maybe you can. We'll be able to get you back in here.
Yes, most
Live.
definitely. Sorry about that. We just had a lot on our plate this morning. I love it, and you guys do a great job. Thank you for everything.
Hey, man, thank you, and I'm glad you had fun in Sturgis, and good luck this weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right.
You guys have a good, safe trip.
Hey, thanks.
Good luck fishing.
All right, thank you, man. Brent Sexton, there you go. Another one of the great drivers there. And boy, I tell you what, they just keep coming and coming and coming. Sexton Fire Pro. Oh, okay. That was his phone number. What the hell were we talking about before he called? I don't even remember.
The amount of laps we have going on.
Okay. Now, 40 laps.
Yeah, with a pit stop.
Okay, Greenbush, can you go 40
Oh, yeah.
in your car?
Yeah.
What about cautions? Still no problem?
So 40 as in straight?
Yep.
Well,
Have you ever gone 40?
not straight, no.
Okay.
We did a 40 lapper in Glendon here
Last
2 years
year.
ago. Last year?
Was it last year? 2 years.
2 years
2 years
ago.
ago. Yeah.
And we had to stop at lap 20.
Okay, and you have to fuel up then? I mean, I would imagine.
You know, if you went 40 straight, I think you could probably make it on an 8-gallon tank.
I think so.
But all depends on the cautions.
Yeah, all of
Yeah.
a sudden you start getting cautions, and
Yep.
pretty soon cars start sputtering with 3 to
Yep.
go.
Right.
Okay.
So,
Which we came close to with that problem the last 2 nights. So we're like, let's amp it up. Let's put a pit stop in. Let's make this fun.
Okay.
Obviously, we're going to do some restrictions to two people per car because Sextons, they have a ton of people working on their car. And some people have a lot of crews, some don't. So I think we're going to put a 2-person limit on it. And I want to say a 7 or 8 minute pit stop.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do. So you can do everything, but actually take a tire off and put it back on. You
Okay.
got to change a tire.
So 40 laps. Are you a gym rat? Do you work out? Is 40 laps anything for you, or does that get tough?
Oh, it's going to be a workout, I'm sure.
you got power steering though, right?
No, I wish I did, though. I wish I did.
Arms get a little like spaghetti-ish by the end of the night?
They
Or?
do. I think you just got to pace yourself on this deal. I think you just can't go out, 40 laps like you're qualifying. I think it's just going to be 10 laps, 15 laps, just kind of make some laps and then get that caution in, and then let's go for broke after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the way you think about this too? And I mean, because we all know there's a lot of people that think they're going to win this thing in the first 2 laps. And it just,
Well, with the leader bonus too, everyone wants to lead laps.
well, that's true.
That's true.
So do you try to go to the front and just hold on, or?
There's many variables that go into it. Starting position is one. 2 is how your car is early on. If you can get to a spot where you feel good about early on, I feel like you go for it. Get there, and then whether it's the lead or 3rd, 5th, top 5, whatever you want, we're feeling good at. If you can get there, I feel like get there, and then just see what happens from there on.
Sure.
So when you're leading, does it suck because you can't see what's behind you?
Yeah.
Would you rather be in second sometimes or
Well,
third or not?
I mean, there's times, yes, for sure, when you get beat. when you're in the
Well,
lead.
sure.
Those are the times. But when you're leading, no, you want to be leading. But yes, it is a little bit nerve-wracking, especially when cautions come out and you hear the lineup and who's behind you. You're like, okay, where are they running? I'm running here. Cars get here. Do they run there? No, they don't run there. So you're just it's a game that you play in your mind, and they're playing the same game with you behind you. Because then you hear the lineup where they start, and you're like, okay, they're starting on the bottom. What's he thinking? What's he gonna do? But at the same time, in all reality, you just kind of race your own race too.
Sure.
Until you get past.
Are you one of the guys that'll when the guy's barking into your ear, telling you the lineup and how to restart and all that stuff? Are you one of those guys that'll go right to where they tell you to go, or some guys will drag their feet a little bit?
That's the worst.
Some guys will drag their feet a lot.
You have to be like,
and
you have to keep saying 14, getting
yeah.
keep yelling. I'm not.
And I'm up there a lot of the times. The competition director is with me, or Jeremy, and he's barking at these guys too. And you can actually hear the flagman through his headphones because they want us to start wearing headphones now that the flagmen have on. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I already wear headphones. I'm going to have like 4 different kinds of headphones on here, but I don't need to because I can hear him screaming through the other headphones. But you usually do what they tell you right away, or are you gonna mess with them a little bit?
No, I usually get up there and get in place. I like to get the show going again. My thought on this, we're entertainers.
Sure.
We want to get the show going for our fans, or the fans in the stands. So let's not mess around. Let's get the cars lined up and let's get going back green again. So.
Oh, I like to hear that. That's the old Brad saying. It's a circus type atmosphere.
It's fun because when I'm with the lightning sprints, and then I tend to with the lightning sprints now lately, I do end up in the scoring booth. And they'll read off the lineup, and they're like, "Oh, are they going to get going right away?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So you just got to give the first 2 cars. You got to get the leader. It doesn't matter where the leader goes. It's the second place car with us because it's the Delaware Double. So you tell your second place, make it obvious. And as soon as that person's in their spot, you can just watch them.
Oh, you watch them; they go right into place.
You don't even have to read off the car numbers. They know exactly where to be. You give them their initial single file, and then they're just right in.
Yeah, and
nice.
see, that's another thing that I love about the lightning sprints. They always get on the track and get off the track right away.
They pull onto the track. Like when they line up in the pits, you'll see them. They'll line up in their order.
Yeah.
They will be ready to go. So this year we'll have an overall points champion again too. We'll be doing that, the top 5.
Okay.
I kind of put a twist on it this year where you're going to earn points for pretty much everything. So we also are also introducing a pole dash too. So you're going to get your heat points, your pole dash points, your B main points, your feature points. There's a lot of points. So I want to make sure that those guys that are working their butts off, and gals, that if they make these pole dashes, they're going to get some extra points, That's a new thing this year is the pole dash. We are going to do kind of the same thing as last year. We're going to do a pill draw. The first 3 nights, there'll be a pill draw for your heat, and then you're going to line up your heats, and it's going to be by passing points. I'll take the top 16 in passing points. You lock right into the A. But the top 8 are going to go into a redraw for their pole dash position, and then where they finish for the pole dash, we'll line them up. 2 B mains, I'm going to transfer the top 4 straight up from each one. And then for the final night, this is the kicker. The top 4 in points lock themselves instantly into the A. They don't have to run a heat race.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, that was the change this year I made. I'm like, if you worked hard for 3 nights to get those points, you deserve to be locked in because we've never done that before. Those 4 will move right into a dash because we're going to do a dash again to line up those first 4 rows. So then it'll be by by points on Sunday. You're going to line up in your heats by points. And then I'm going to transfer the top 3 from each heat, which it looks with our car counts. We're going to have 4 heats, so that'll be then we'll take the heat winners, and those 4 heat winners will move into the pole dash. And the remaining cars will all go to the B mains, and I'll transfer the top 4 from each B main again.
Wow.
So
Well, how the hell you can remember all that stuff?
Jason left it up to me this year to write out a format.
Well, that's cool.
Try a few different things.
Now, last year, Alex Straczynski ended up kind of winning the deal up here,
Sure
didn't he?
did.
And he didn't win a race.
No, he won a lot of heat races, and he stayed in the podium every night. You saw
Yeah.
him top 3 the whole time.
Consistency.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen that before. I think wasn't there a NASCAR champion one year? Didn't win a race all year,
Yeah,
but
you
ended
don't-
up being a
don't-
champion.
Don't always have to win a race. It's consistency sometimes.
Right. Now, we all know who the guy to be watching for is up in this neck of the woods. It's probably this guy right here. With the group that's coming, with all the out of the West, we'll say the West guys, who's the guy to be watching for? And if you say you, that's perfectly fine. I'm imagining, though, when I got guys like him pointing at you, it must mean something.
Thank you for saying that. I think we're in the mix. I think we'll be there. I think you got to watch out for Grant and Brent.
Sure.
They're really fast. I hear some of the Canadian guys are pretty fast.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the toughest group of guys that you'll have for the Lightning Sprint Nationals since I've been doing it.
Yeah.
I agree.
So this is going to be a really good turnout. And this is going to be really, really competitive.
So you've been here now. This is your second time up here. Is it getting to the point, I'm sure it is, where people know who you are now when they see you and say, hey, man, glad you're back.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool when you can go how far away from home. I mean, and it's not like you guys are on national television every freaking Sunday, either. But it's kind of cool when people start knowing. It's like, oh, man, he's here. We're going to have to really tighten up our program here. It's kind of cool when that happens, isn't it?
That is a good feeling. Absolutely. It's although that being said, if you don't go out and perform, you kind of look like, they
Yeah.
lost it or,
Yeah.
what have you. So, yeah, we want to come out and perform. We want to do well. Brian puts his touches on things and makes everything perfect. And I commend him for that. And I appreciate all our sponsors for what they do too. Because without them, we wouldn't be here. So,
Well, now's your chance, man. Name them off if you can.
yeah, Red Hawk Casinos. They're our major sponsor. They've helped Brian out tremendously. They've come on board. Savage Racing, Schoenfeld Headers, Apex. If I missed anybody, did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody.
All right. How about you?
Bennett Construction.
You should be used to this. It's like the third time now in the last 2 months for you here.
Bennett Construction, RCCA Co-op, Greenbush and Badger, Storm Insurance, Napa, One Better Liquor, S Ridge Ranch, Spina Custom Egg Services, Premier Egg, Remedies Bar and Grill, Waggy Farms, Brina Feeds, Rosa County Ford, C&M Ford, Backwood Services, and Johnson Paint and Repair. Todd's Electric. Don't forget about Todd. He might get a little mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Do you leave sponsors for anyone else? Jeez.
I was gonna say I need to win some more races, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't get as much as you do, though.
And by the way, our luck has been rolling along. I don't know how good it's been for you, but this could be interesting because, well, last week had the Eisenshank girls on, and then she won.
Mm-hmm.
We do have pretty good luck here with guys in this show and then going on to win. So tonight, it's probably going to be one of you two.
Fine with
So
that.
it's going to have to be to keep our streak going. And what a great way. I mean, that'd be perfect
Well, it
as
could be
far
Brent-
as I'm
it could be
concerned.
Brent too. Brent was on the show.
Yeah.
Called in.
Well, that's true. That's
Or
true.
Grant.
Mike wants to know, are the races going to be broadcast on TV or any apps?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly which ones. I know tonight will be Darn TV.
Okay. Yep. Darn.
Sunday will be FYE. Tomorrow will be FYE. And Saturday, I don't think, does Greenbush have a broadcast? I don't think they
No,
do.
but I thought I seen it
Seen
posted that
something,
was
yeah.
the watchfyetv.com or TV, whatever it is, was going to be there all 4
I
races.
know that we dropped. I know Darn TV does Devil's Lake, so.
Sure.
But yeah, it's on our Facebook page. I know Jade, or not Jade. I don't know why I said Jade. Jason did put a post up about it, and I'll probably put another post keeping up on that. I actually hired Stephen Young for the week to help me with social media, so that's pretty great.
Here it says Friday will be broadcast on watchfye.tv. Yeah, watch FYE TV. Samantha says, my kitchen and bathroom remodel is on that Savage Race
Ouch.
F3 car, so you better thank me too, Crowder.
Called
Sorry,
you out.
Sam.
You did forget someone.
You think you're safe. You think you're safe. Halfway across the damn country, you think you're safe. But no. But maybe that tells you something about the show, too. People are watching us all over. So, man, I've talked to you about, your Lightning Sprint show, your program, and you're awfully happy running a Lightning Sprint. I don't think you're planning on doing anything different the way it sounded last time we talked, or maybe would you?
No, it's just like Chris said earlier, 305 are expensive. They have them in Fargo, but that's a 2.5-hour drive.
Sure.
For me. And that'd be a weekly deal, which for one, it's 2.5 hours, and two, it's expensive.
Yeah, and I don't know a lot about the 305s. When I talk to people about them, I mean, it's racing.
Right.
But when I talk to people about them, it's just like a 350 and they do this, and I go, no, I don't think so, because when we were talking to the girls last week, they started with 3 motors, and they've only had one now for basically the whole season. So it's not like you just go to a junkyard and pick up one of these 305 Sprint motors. They've got to be built. They've got to be done, and it's not that easy. It's not like, I know, like the wingless Sprints. Those motors are a little easier to find and things like that. But I just absolutely love the Lightning Sprints. I really do. I've loved them since they didn't know what they were doing. From back in the day when there was really no one sanctioning body, where these guys are running snowmobile motors and clutches, and these guys are running 1,000 or this a 1,200 cc or whatever. You just never know what you were going to get. And again, it started with me was the sound of those motors, because it was reminding me of ice oval snowmobile racing, and I loved it. And there's still people that I can't stand the sound of them. It's no different than the 9 million crotch rockets that are driving around Grand Forks right now, except this is controlled chaos.
That's the complaint we get a lot of, is our sound.
Yeah, and what gets me though is you guys are putting in lap times comparable with our late model show. And I mean,
sometimes faster.
Exactly. Now, is it all about momentum with these cars? I mean, if you got to slam on the binders, how quick can you get back up to speed again?
It takes at least a half a lap, I'd say.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of momentum racing. That goes for, I guess, many classes, unless you're a late model or a 410 that's got the, 6, 7, 800, 900 horse. It takes a little bit to get going again. But, I mean, these cars aren't like they used to be. Like people used to say, like, you just put it to the floor and drive it. Well, no, not necessarily anymore. It's changed a lot throughout the years. Even from when I watched Darren Palin. I don't know if you've seen the River City Speedway post there yesterday. I grew up watching him. That was back in a lot of 2-stroke days.
Yep, watching Brian Sturgeon with the old Arctic Cat car back then. Yeah,
right. So those days, I feel like it maybe was a little bit more of that. You just put it to the floor and you drive it. But now it's changed a lot. Track and distance have changed. Cars have changed, and it's more driver than you think it is.
So we know you guys drive the same kind of car. What do you use for a motor?
2018 Gixxer or G6R 1000. Suzuki.
Okay, and you?
Yep, same motor.
Okay, is it
That's
capped
why I said
off?
apples for apples.
Okay, yeah. So is it capped off at 1,000 cc's?
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you allowed to do to these motors? Can you do anything to them?
Nothing.
So they have what they call you put the little thing on there, it's tagged or whatever, and that's it. They're sealed.
No.
So actually, you can have a 1200. They stopped making 1200s, I think, in 2012.
Yeah.
So we have some guys back in California still run them. Their weight rule is a little heavier. They have to be 75 pounds more.
Okay.
But they'll still fit in the Power I rules.
Yeah, they do.
But
It's
they just
correct.
don't make the horsepower.
Okay.
But you can change the oil pan. You can put methanol injection on them. So Dexter and I both have methanol in our cars.
Yeah.
But from there, that's all you're allowed to do.
Okay, now the difference between methanol and regular fuel, what is it? And is it more cost to make your car be able to take that? Does it make your car that much faster? Pros and cons.
There is an advantage to it. It builds a little bit more horsepower. The fuel, if you ever touch methanol just sitting in a bucket, it's cold.
Very cold, yeah.
So, I mean, it helps cool the car. But like I said, the most important thing is safer.
Yeah,
It's not as easy to light, but when it does light, it goes off. Where gas is pretty easy to light and it stays lit for a while.
Yeah, I've seen like when your manifold's got frost on it.
Absolutely.
After running a race, that just blows my mind. Heather, what you say? Late model still can be momentum versus everything is momentum these days. But I've heard some pretty awful comments from other people regarding the sound. As a promoter, I'm so disgusted and want to smack. I love Heather.
I do too.
And I want to smack people because, like I said earlier, all racing is important. I like somebody that says it like she sees it, and Heather definitely.
Heather's great. Her and I talk a lot.
Yeah,
Being a woman in motorsports, her and I go back and forth about things that we run into. It's
Yeah,
nice.
I have so much fun when we go up in the booth up there because for one thing, your kids are a hoot too.
Her booth is fun.
Yeah, it is. Brandon Pappenfuss. He actually won one race in 2003 at Las Vegas. Oh, Matt, they're talking about Matt Kenseth saying he didn't win any races that year. He won the title, and that's why NASCAR switched everything around. But
Before I forget, I do want to thank Superior Customs. They did our trophies this year. I say trophies, but each winner is getting a neon clock.
oh,
And then second and third each time to get wing panels. And I got to thank Sven's Barbecue too. They put Kyle. He put together built these pretty cool custom wood looking crate type things with the display for each one of the barbecues. So the winners will be getting that too. So
you can name any sponsor you want for this little series here
there's
if you
so
can think of them.
many.
I know.
Olson Underground does a lot for us too.
Sure.
The Taves family does a lot. The Hagelberg family. There's just I should have came with a list. I have a huge list. We're gonna make sure we make some big posts.
You're
about
getting there.
this.
You're learning this whole co-hosting thing.
I am getting there.
I know.
I've only done it a couple times.
Maybe, yeah. Chad needs to stay at work more.
Chad, he's a hardworking guy. He's busy.
He is. And I should have taken a picture of that fish we caught yesterday. I took him and his son out catfishing yesterday, and
His son's face was
oh,
phenomenal.
priceless. Yeah. And we had a great time. I was worried. Only once in my life have I taken anybody out with their kid and got skunked. And, we are always posting stuff on social media, and they all expect they're going to go out there and catch one like that. And it's like, oh, I'm getting to the point where, like, I even said to him, well, we can always come back next week, and then the one hit. So that was nice. Magnum Contracting Driveway Services.
Yep. Oh, thanks, Sean. I say Hagelberg family is like Magnum Contracting. Taves family driveway services.
There you go.
I just think of them as family. I was going to say one more thing. I think you guys are going to have to watch, you two, mainly, a lot of these older guys. You guys are older now, by the way. Have to watch it for those young guns. We have a lot of talent.
There is. A lot of upcomers.
Dexter's fighting out a points battle right now with Matthew Taves in our group.
Yeah, the Taves have really picked it up.
Yeah, that was those two. That was the best decision I made was to stay home that weekend to watch that Taves sibling back to back. It was fun. It was great. You got to get those two on the show. They're hilarious.
Love to get them on there. And by the way,
especially their mom. She's funny.
oh yeah.
Denise.
Talking to Brent Sexton earlier, Shane Sexton, happy birthday today, by the way.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday, Shane.
Got a birthday going on today. And Donnie Schatz, happy birthday, Donnie. I think it's his birthday today, too.
Yeah, that's what I saw this morning.
Yeah. All right. What did we miss? Anything?
I don't think so. I think we hit most of it.
You guys are starting to look hungry. I'm thinking about having a breath mint myself here. I was supposed to go to a meeting up in Drayton today, but I don't think I'm going to make it because I'm going to have really minty breath, though. Or something like that. It's awesome to see you guys. I mean, when you guys, as soon as I was over there and I see you guys walk in, I knew right away, it's like, there they are. They're coming. They're all here now. I had such good vibes from last year and this year and how this show works. Amanda, Joe, Jason, and everybody, they do such an incredible job. In order to get all you guys to come up here and put on, like you said, put on one hell of a show for the crowd. It doesn't matter, whichever racetrack. You want to go to Devil's Lake, you want to be here at River Cities, Greenbush Saturday, or Buffalo River on Sunday. You know what? In a perfect world, you'd go to all of them. Every track has got its own little unique changes and differences and nuances compared to the other. And it's really fun when you can go watch all of these. And there will be a lot of people that will go to all of these. How you can see how you have to change your styles. Now, if you change your setups and have to change the way you race, it's awesome. I know it's probably got to be a grind going 4 days in a row at 4 different tracks.
Till
4
a.m.
It's the after parties that are the hard part.
And is there after parties at every single one of these places?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yep.
That's
with
half
these
the
two.
fun, to be honest.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah, how about a quote from my mother? You don't have to drink at every one of them,
We're not going to see most of these people for another year. So
Well, exactly.
You got to get it in.
Try to explain that, but it's mom. What do you say to
Yeah.
mom?
Mom.
Before I forget, I want to thank Heather and Nolan for taking us on this year. The way
They made it work. It was good.
The way it went down was hilarious, but I want to thank them.
Well, how did it go down?
Oh, it was great. I randomly, Jason and Nolan went back and forth about it, and then email went out, and Heather ignored it, and I texted her like the next day, "Hey, it's so wonderful to have you on," and she's like, "Wait, what?
Oh,
What did Nolan do?"
so she didn't know about it.
Not right away. No, no.
Great track. You guys will like it. If you can, don't eat a whole lot now. Wait and eat when you get up there, especially if you're going to do the meet and greet thing, because They've got really, really good
Their
food there.
burgers are great, and their mac and cheese bites.
Oh, yeah. I just ate there on Saturday night. I don't even remember what the hell I ate, but I know it was
It was
good.
good.
It was good. You guys, good luck. It's awesome having you here, and she recommends the red pepper if you're hungry.
Done.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah.
Done. I'll try it. Try anything once.
It's good.
They got good food. It's not bad at all. I like the pepper. All right, there you go. Thank you guys all for coming in. Chris, Brian, Dexter. We talked with Brent, Amanda, Joe, all of you guys. Thanks for coming. We've got the gallery in the background there watching too. See if we can get them on camera. No, not going to be able to get them all. Oh, there they go. They got a couple back there. Let's see here. There we go. That's the goofiest ending we've ever had, but that is awesome. All right, I want to give a shout out to River Sports Bar and Casino, a big sponsor of River City's Speedway's Dirty Thursday. These guys have been with us for a long time, BT and the whole crew over there. You can also stop by over there, too. Their Thursday special today, sandwich and a side for just $7. They've got great specials for lunch and supper. Have yourself a cool beer if you want. You can go watch Team North Dakota in the Little League World Series. They're going to be playing here pretty soon against South Dakota. Winner goes on to play again tomorrow. So lots of things going on. Have yourself a cold one out of the world-famous beer towers, too, all right? All right, Fork Sports Highway tonight at 6:30. Monty, Bill, the whole crew going to bring you the sports the way it's supposed to be brought. We got Brew Brothers tonight, too? Okay, no Brew Brothers tonight, but be able to catch Fork Sports Highway at 6:30, all right? I'm off tomorrow. Have a great remainder of the week. Dale will be in tomorrow morning. Remember, everybody, to like, share, tag, and follow us. We all know the Grand Cities are great. They're still here. Grand Forks' best source is giving them an identity again.